Hello and welcome to a video update here from the Fire Brigade Union in the West Midlands. Now, it has been a while since we've done our last video update, so what we plan on doing in this episode is trying to update you on quite a few issues and give you an overview of where we are at with things. Obviously, we've had a recent trade dispute which has now concluded, so I'm going to give you a quick update of where we are with the outstanding issues on that, and then we'll have a little discussion about some of the other issues which are affecting our members at this time. Now, with me, Steve Price-Hunt, your Brigade Secretary. I'm Andrew Scattergood, I'm now your Regional Secretary. So Steve, we concluded the trade dispute. Obviously, we got a good result from that, but there were some outstanding issues. So could you just give the members an update of where we are at with some of the issues in the trade dispute, but also some of the outstanding issues?
Yes, by all means, Andy. Yes, the resolution of the trade dispute saw the ending of the contracts, the flexible contracts that were being issued to new entrants. It also looked to address health and safety concerns and the way that we consult and negotiate within the West Midlands, which is really the employment relationship framework which has just been finalised. One outstanding matter was the agreement by both parties to carry out a full independent culture review of the West Midlands Fire and Rescue Authority. I can announce that that process, while it has been difficult to come to an agreement with the organisation, has now been completed. We are in the tendering phase of identifying the company to carry out the review. 3 companies have been asked to tender for this, which have been agreed by both parties. And the timescales are as follows, that the company will be appointed by the end of March with the terms and references supplied by both the Fire Brigade Union and management. The review will take place in April and May, and that will be along the similar lines to the HMI, but it will be specifically focusing on the culture of everybody within the West Midlands Fire Service. The report and recommendations will be sent to the Fire Authority and for us all to be seen and shared with by the end of June. And most importantly, the Fire Authority have agreed formally to act on any findings from the cultural review.
And that's obviously positive news for our members that, you know, some of the issues that we identified in this trade dispute are hopefully going to be looked at by somebody independent to see what those issues are. As this progresses and as we get towards the stage when it actually takes place, what is the message to our members about engaging with that process?
Yes, that's a really good point, Andy. Well, obviously this was an important resolution from the trade dispute because we do believe that this review needs to take place and recommendations acted upon. So there'll be more details as we move forward towards the start of the review, but we will urge all our members to fully partake wholeheartedly in this review.
Right, and we'll keep our members updated as that develops. Now, there are some other issues obviously that have developed. One of the issues that has come to our attention is this new standing order 7.1. Now, as a union, we have quite some serious concerns with regards to this standing order. So is it possible for you to give a bit of an update of what that is and what we're doing about it?
Yes, Andy. So you may be aware that the organisation have issued Standing Order 7.1, which is station-based service delivery. Yes, we have got some concerns with this standing order, and we ask our members to familiarise themselves with it, which can be found on Mesh. Without going into detail of certain elements, you can read it all yourself. We are not accepting some of the elements of this standing order. And what I can say at this moment is that we are working with management to try and find a resolution to this without having to escalate the matter. And
with the standing order, it sort of got parts of it that are our expectations on our members. It's some of the issues that we had within that trade dispute. So where do we stand with some of those elements in the standing order with regards to what our members would be expected to do?
Yes, well, it's the wording around what the expectations and what our members will do. So we're as a Fire Brigade Union have always been clear that our members work within their contractual arrangements, which are quite clear nationally and locally, and they work within their role map. There is no expectation for any of our members to work outside of their terms and conditions of employment or their role map.
Right, so that's fairly clear for our members to understand that. So we do have, obviously, again, more issues in the West Midlands. One of those issues is governance. Now, we've heard a lot about governance, and it seems to be the never-ending news of different things coming out, different information. Is it happening? Is it not happening? Where are we at with that process? What should our members be aware of with that?
Yes, I believe this is the most important issue within the West Midlands Fire Service at present, because who our employer is determines the vision, the strategy, and how we move forward to serve our communities and how it affects our members in the workplace. So it's a very complicated matter which we've been working on very hard in the background, but if I could just briefly explain in quite a simple manner where we are at present. So at present we are a standalone fire and rescue service, and the employer is the fire authority. Whilst that is not a perfect system, we believe it is the best system at present. There is a proposal which is to move to the combined authority, where the combined authority will delegate the mayor, the Metro Mayor, to run West Midlands Fire Service, who will delegate day-to-day responsibility to the chief. So a statutory instrument, which is the legislation, was laid in Parliament at the beginning of this year, and it was rejected by parliamentary lawyers. Now, I can't go into great detail because this video would, instead of taking 10 minutes, would take an hour, but ultimately Westminster have said the current legislation that's been laid, was attempted to be laid in Parliament, can't go through. So we're in a current situation where there is no threat, as we understand, from a police crime commission to take over at present. There is an opportunity for the West Midlands Fire and Rescue Authority to move to the combined authority with the mayor running the fire service. We believe that having a single employer takes away democracy, takes away accountability, and doesn't allow us to allow our concerns to our employer, because when you're speaking to one person, it's not as democratic as speaking to 15 fire authority members, where we can lobby and potentially make change where we believe it's to the benefit of our membership and to the communities we serve. So ultimately we're in a position now where the Fire Brigade Union believe that we can stay, as we have done for decades, as a standalone fire and rescue service, and we don't believe we should be moving to combined authority, and there is no necessity to do that. So obviously we will update members as this pans out in the coming weeks and months, but ultimately the Fire Brigade Union's position is clear that we should remain a standalone fire and rescue service, and that opportunity can still take place.
And I think also what's telling about this process is the engagement that we've had with regards to the Metro Mayor's office and those around him. And I think it's important that we're clear with our members that throughout this process, it's been going on for a while now, that we've only actually had ourselves one meeting with the Metro Mayor with regard to this, a very short 45-minute meeting. And for somebody who wants to take over governance of the fire service, who portrays that he's going to engage with the workforce and portrays himself as that kind of mayor, I think it's really disappointing that our engagement with the mayor, and not just the mayor but also his staff around him, has been very minimal. And I guess it's also probably important to tell our members, from your point of view, what level of engagement have you had with consultation with regards to this, and the concerns that we've been raising numerous times. How far have those been listened to, and what changes have we seen take place?
Okay, well obviously from the outset, before it went to public consultation, the Fire Brigade Union submitted a formal response to that, which was fairly deep, well it was detailed. None of those concerns have been addressed throughout this whole process. I must say that the consultation regarding the TUPE transfer, which is the legal transfer, has been done, as I believe, at this present time correctly. In terms of the wider engagement from the Mayor and his office, that has been limited to a 45-minute meeting that myself and you attended, and that's after asking numerous times, no engagement since then. So we've asked for various issues to be addressed, and that is the accountability of the Mayor, where the legislation appoints an advisory committee with nobody with any fire service related qualifications or experience would be sat on there, no worker representation, which is, we believe, is a fundamental foundation of boards. And this advisory committee is exactly what it says, advisory, so it can only advise the Mayor. So ultimately, all responsibility and decision making will be made by one person. We don't believe that that's democratic. So we've got no representation at any level within the structures of what they wish us to move to. We've not been engaged about whether we will get that in the future, and we have not probably been engaged in what the vision is of the Mayor and what his intentions are for the fire service moving forward.
Okay, now again, it's important to stress that we're working hard on that issue, and we're lobbying and we're doing everything we possibly can in order to influence a better structure and a better model of governance for the fire service. So I think that pretty much clears up the the headlines of the issues that we've got going on. We wanted to give you a brief overview. As some of these issues develop, we'll probably do some more detailed videos on individual items. But we've got just a couple of announcements that members need to be aware of. We've got Matt Brack, the General Secretary, visiting the West Midlands on the 28th of February. He will be at Walsall in the afternoon at about 3:30. That's an all members meeting that's open to anybody who wants to pop along to ask him any questions regarding pay, pensions or anything else that's important to them. We'll also be holding a series of borough meetings. They'll be taking place, starting to take place within the next couple of weeks. We will get that out via email to all our members to let you know the dates and times of those meetings, and that will again give you an opportunity to meet with Steve and other brigade officials in order to put across your point of view on some of the issues that are happening more locally within the West Midlands. So on that note, thanks for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to our email list and make sure that you like us on Facebook and that you're following us on Twitter, and until next time, thank you.